Charles and Edwin go into films together in the final episode of The Bretts.
Edwin then takes Bella's arm. They leave the house. She weeps. Boffin appears at the door. For the first time in his life, he breathes the air of a city uncorrupted by the stench of wealth. They look back. Slowly I begin to crane up, taking in the house, the garden, the river, and still craning, the limitless expanse of hopefully cloudless sky. And credits.
Well, Mr. Barron, you describe your film wonderfully. I have to admit, though, that I have never read Our Mutual Friend, and I much doubt if it is anybody's favourite Dickens novel.
Probably not, but it could have been written for the cinema, and the part of Boffin could have been written for you, sir.
Well, David,
Please, Mr. Brett, don't say another word. All I ask is that you think about the offer. Good morning.
Good day, Mr. Barron. I'll call you.
Yes.
Of course. What an extraordinary creature.
But a superb director.
So you say.
He's the coming man. Charles II was a big success in America.
It's a terrific role for your father, and David's negotiated $7.50 a week for me. I'm sure he could get £500 for a character part.
Well, it is a character part, but then it is the best part in the picture.
Now, the fact that it is a character part doesn't bother me in the slightest. It's simply that I don't enjoy filming, and nothing he said makes me believe that I will.
Douglas Barron is brilliant. Father, you're lucky he wants you.
Don't be so bloody patronizing. He'd be lucky to have me. Well, you coming to the Garrick, or aren't you? Is that him? It looks rather odd.
Trust me, Charles. He says he can get us the latest releases from England and America.
Well, that's what we're going to need.
David!
Mr. Lithgow, how nice to see you again.
Call me Max.
Mr. Charles Brett.
Mr. Brett, a pleasure to meet you. I'm a big fan of your son's.
How nice.
Please, sit down, Mr. Lithgow.
Max, call me Max. Hey, it's kind of a nice place here. It's like having lunch in a museum.
The drink, sir.
Yeah, I think I'll have one of those, sweet sherries.
Very good, sir.
Right, let's get down to business. Here is the best catalog of recent cinema releases in London. Say, I hear, Edwin. Yeah, Edwin's doing Dougie Barron's new flick.
Yes, he is.
Funny guy, Barron. Kind of, bohemian. I met him on my first trip over here. He looks like a bum, but his pictures make thousands. Charles I made a bundle over there. Now, who would have thought a movie about a pansy king with long hair and a funny dog could make money?
Charles II.
Is there a sequel? I thought the fruit got the axe. Say, isn't that Anthony Asquith over there?
No, it isn't.
Who is Hoot Gibson?
Hoot! Hoot's big.
May I?
Didn't you see Bad Hat at Mesquite Ridge? Showdown at Cactus Mesa?
Mr. Lithgow, most of these films are over 2 years old.
Ah, yeah, but we're getting new stuff all the time.
Yes, but most of these films have already been released in England.
David, people go to the movies 2 or 3 times a week. That's what I like about the entertainment business. People have short memories.
I've never found that to be true.
Believe me, Mr. Brett, I know the movie business. You're going to have 6 blank screens. I'll get you Harlow. I'll get you Dick Powell. I'll get you Wallace Beery. I'll get them. But right now, what you need is butts on seats.
Butts.
Butts mean bucks.
With Jazz Babies of 1929?
They'll love it in Nottingham. Trust me.
We'll have a set lunch, thank you.
Very good, sir.
Marvellous. Well, it's only an offer just at the moment. I'll believe it all when it's signed and settled.
Oh, come on. You must be really excited.
Well, I am a bit, yes. How was lunch, dear?
Dreadful. How David could have believed that celluloid costermonger is beyond me.
I gather Mr. Lithgow was not a success?
No. What is all this semaphore for?
Mother's been offered the London production of Strike Up the Band.
Charlie, that is wonderful.
Well, it's only an offer at the moment.
Well, don't worry. David will take care of everything. Look, why don't you get changed? We'll go out and celebrate.
You sure you feel like it?
Certainly. Hoot bloody Gibson can wait till tomorrow.
Too wet. Careful.
Oh, sorry, I forgot. Your poor ribs. Edwin, our afternoon together has consisted almost entirely of you reading that script. And very little else.
This man is brilliant.
If I want to be ignored, I can stay at home and be ignored by my husband.
This film could be very, very important to me.
As long as it keeps you here and away from Hollywood.
Well, you know, and he stayed because of you.
Oh, darling. And I thought it was because the American studio did a deal with your Mr. Barron. Coming in.
You looked so wonderful tonight. Most of the audience were looking at you. They weren't listening to me at all.
That is quite impossible. You were very, very eloquent. And you looked very handsome. And I was very proud of you. And I'm so glad you're concerned for the unemployed.
Oh?
Well, I haven't had an offer of work in weeks. I'm going to have to don a banana costume and join the Folie Bergère.
I don't think so.
Why not?
It'd be an awful scandal if the wife of a future cabinet minister were to join the Folie Bergère.
Is that a proposal?
Yes.
Are you serious?
Absolutely.
Oh, Oliver.
I love you and I want to marry you.
I don't know what to say.
Just say yes. Think about it.
Oliver, you don't have to propose to me to sleep with me, you know.
I know.
I'm very flattered. Very.
Instead of a chain of theatres doing bad business, we now have a chain of cinemas that will do no business at all.
We haven't opened yet.
We have nothing to open with.
Yet.
I should never have allowed you and David to talk me into this harebrained scheme. Where the devil have you been? You're late.
Sorry. Started.
Right. So the position is we can't get enough first-release films for our chain of cinemas. All we can get are re-releases of supporting pictures and quota quickies.
Why didn't somebody warn me that this would happen?
We've still got time before we open, and David has a proposition.
Oh, we turn them into Palais de Danse or clock golf courses, I suppose.
Father, can we please hear what David has to say?
Instead of retreating, we should be attacking.
What?
This is a new industry and it's changing every day. Now we have an excellent opportunity in front of us. Edwin and Charles have been offered roles in the new Douglas Barron film. Edwin has accepted. But if you accept as well, I believe I could negotiate a reduced fee for you both in exchange for the distribution rights to the film.
They're not going to give distribution rights to a chain of half a dozen cinemas.
Of course not. But if we were to join forces with the other small chains, we could then possibly become the negotiators for all the independent cinemas. I've been having discussions with a merchant banker. The reaction is very positive. Now, this film could give us what we want.
Distribution rights.
Exactly. But only if you accept the part.
Well, Father?
All right. I shall play the Golden Dustman, and I will invest my fee in the new distribution company, and I shall expect you to do the same.
Well, Pa, I never thought I'd see the day when you did something purely for the money.
I never have. Boffin just happens to be the best part in the picture.
Most wonderful, marvelous, that you should care for me. Oh, I wish I was in it.
Do you realise I've got to sing 8 songs and I've got to tap dance all through that finale?
Oh, you'll manage, Mother. You've never been short of wind before.
Thank you, Perdita, dear. Won't you be late for your audition?
No, it's not until 11:30. Anyway, it will do them good to wait for a bit.
Go!
Right. Bye.
And good luck.
Thank you.
Good luck.
Well,
Well, what?
you'll have to give him an answer sometime.
I know. It's just that, well, I never expected it would be anyone like him.
What do you mean, darling? You do love him, don't you?
Yes, but, well, he's a politician. I don't even agree with his politics. I mean, can you really see me in sensible shoes at the annual conference looking meek and supportive?
About time, too. I'll get it, Parker. Perdita. Hello. How nice to see you. Hello. Is Edwin here? No. Come in. Where is he? He popped out for a quick lunch with Douglas Barron 3 hours ago. Are you all right? No. I just failed another audition. Oh? Bolton Rep. Oh, dear. I just wanted some moral support from my big brother. If you were here, my dear, you wouldn't get much. Would you like a drink? Tea? I'd love a gin and tonic. Good. I'll join you. He's becoming completely self-centered these days. All he talks about is his wretched film. Douglas Barron, the role of John Harmon, our mutual friend. I mean, he talks about this film as if he's about to go off and explore the South Pole. Diana, I don't think I will have that drink. I've really got to go. Cheers.
There are soup kitchens and bread lines all over America, and we're no better. Yet the film industry does nothing but pander to fantasies.
You mean like my version of Charles II?
Well, no, but why didn't they make a film about Cromwell?
Well, they probably will, and you'll probably write it.
You've worked with Douglas before, haven't you, Dulcie?
Oh, yes. I did The Hanged Man with him last year. Thank you. I usually play sweet young things, which I'm not really.
Wine, thank you, sir. I can understand your typecasting.
I can understand yours.
What I mean is, why doesn't the industry concern itself with more contemporary issues? For example, this screenplay I'm working on at the moment, it's about an idealistic young doctor who's torn between doing important research and going to a clinic to help the poor.
That sounds wonderful. Has it got a name?
Yes, The Choice.
That sounds wonderful.
Are you interested? Well, could I send it to you?
Ah, at last. Douglas, our younger daughter.
The late Perdita Brett.
How do you do?
How do you do? I'm delighted to meet you, Mr. Barron.
Do you know Dulcie Campbell?
No, how do you do? How do you do? Oh, are you playing Lizzie Hexam? Oh, no, I'm playing Bella.
Oh, by the way, Douglas, I've had a few more ideas about Boffin. Perhaps after lunch we could...
No more shop, please.
Mr. Barron, who is playing Lizzie Hexam?
Oh, I'm considering several actresses.
Would you consider me?
Yes, of course I would.
May I read for you?
Yes, of course.
No. Page 23, Lizzie's first scene on the river.
Well, why not?
Jobs when you want them, your freedom when you don't.
Just for the look of it, the feel of it, just for the taste of it, Diet Coca-Cola.
Now 1 calorie Diet Coca-Cola tastes even better with 100% NutraSweet.
Just for the shade of it, sugar-free. Just for the ooh yeah, Diet Coca-Cola. Just for the look of it, from Coca-Cola. Just for the taste of it, Diet Coca-Cola.
I see the market's up.
What could an investment house dealing round the world do for you? Well, Save and Prosper have over 50 years' experience as an investment house, with special skills in unit trusts and in pensions, expertise in life assurance, and in savings schemes from £20 a month. Save and Prosper, the investment house. Your savings could feel quite at home here.
There is a Friday feeling. I get it every day. And when I get that feeling, then a crunchy comes my way. It's that Friday feeling. That Friday feeling's coming. I don't know where or when. But when it comes upon me, it's that crunchy time again. The crunchy, it's Friday. That crunchy!
Ethel and Brenda just love new, improved Nouvelle kitchen towels. Now stronger, softer, and more absorbent. They almost look forward to the odd accident. New, improved Nouvelle. Now with added.
To me, I require Thames Valley gloom. Take me down, let me know when you're ready. My God, it's like pushing treacle upstairs in this building here today. They pull corpses out of the Thames in that skiff. They don't go punting in it. Nigel!
Yes, Douglas.
What's this?
They say it'll take a day to get a different boat.
You get me a sledgehammer, I'll do it myself.
Yes,
Heard it. Someone in makeup must think you're playing the little match girl.
I thought it looked a bit silly. I didn't know whether I should say anything.
Nigel! Memo to makeup. Dulcie, you look wonderful.
You wait till you see me in costume, darling.
Nigel, get me some more grass and a couple of broken oars.
Mr. Brett, nice word, Douglas.
Yes, Charles, I'm sorry. Where were we?
No, well, it's this scene between Lizzie and Bob.
Yeah.
You see, in the book, he says, your life is no longer in his hands. Well, in the script, it's been cut.
Well, I cut it.
But why?
I like the way you say it. Read it again.
Your life is no longer in his hands.
You're right, it's better.
Oh, good.
Nigel, Mr. Brett will dictate to you as per Mr. Dickens. Now, if we can please commence filming in the next lunar cycle, I should be extremely grateful. More light, please, on Miss Campbell, because she deserves it. A little more on Mr. Brett, the younger, because he needs it. In fact, he needs anything we can give him. Take me up, please.
Ma, the car's waiting.
I'm coming. I can't find my tap shoes.
Hello, what are you doing here?
What do you think I'm doing here? It's Mother's last week of rehearsal. While you're all off swanning round the film studios, I'm dealing with a case of terminal panic. Aren't you filming today?
No, I'm not called. I might go in later, though. Oh, I love being in the studios.
Really? I've always found it deathly dull. All that waiting and waiting around for very little to happen.
Douglas says I have a great future.
Messing around with directors will never get you anywhere. And I should know.
Martha, are you really thinking of giving it all up to marry Oliver?
Who says I'm giving it all up?
What if you got a film and wanted to go on tour?
Well, what if I did?
Well, you know what the papers are like. They'd be full of stories. The MP and the actress. Don't suppose all those stuffed shirts in Parliament would like it either. What would Oliver say?
Well, he wouldn't believe them. And they wouldn't be true.
Martha, I can't find my script.
Coming, Mother. Oh, you'll be glad when 'tis opened.
I told you, Emily, filming isn't as exciting as it looks in those magazines of yours.
Oh, I can't believe that. I mean, I'm sure we'll see some stars or something.
Well, if we're lucky, we might see a lot of technicians pushing lights around and drinking cups of tea. Oh, dear, it's not the theatre, is it?
Who's that?
Henry VIII, King of England.
I didn't know they smoked in them days.
I worry about you sometimes, Emily.
A fine evening.
Is it? I've not been thinking of the evening.
So intent on your book?
Yes.
Is it a love story?
Oh dear, no, or I shouldn't be reading it. It's more about money.
And is money better than love?
Don't talk to me about love. Talk to me about poverty and wealth. There we touch upon the realities of life.
Reroll the back projection, please.
Edwin. Oh, I'm sorry, Douglas. It's far too early in the morning for romance.
No, don't worry about the romance. Just remember, you don't believe a word she says, ever. All right? Let's go once again, quickly as possible, please.
It's going to be marvellous, this shot.
Of course, he's right.
He always is.
Gentlemen, I'm looking for Mr. Charles Brett.
Sorry, look.
Yes. Young man, I'm looking for Mr. Charles Brett. I've some papers for him. Well, do you know where I can find him?
He's in his dressing room.
Yes,
Right as you go in and all the way to the back of the house.
Yes. Changing world, Emily.
Hello.
Oh, hello. Waiting Mr. Brett,
You work for Mr. Brett, do you?
Yes.
Nigel Fairbairn. Douglas Barron's assistant. It must be very exciting working for Charles.
Working for Douglas certainly is. I expect your typing is a lot better than mine.
Oh, I don't know about that.
I'm just going on set. Would you like to have a look?
That'd be lovely. Thank you very much.
There's not a lot happening at the moment. They're relighted.
How long does that take?
An hour, sometimes longer. Would you like some tea?
Good morning, Emily. Recognize your employer?
No, I think I ought to be getting back. Thanks all the same. Goodbye.
Goodbye. I hope I see you again.
Oh, yes. That'd be very nice.
I never voted for you, Mr. Montague. But can you do something about my husband's hip and the street lamp outside the window which keeps him awake at night? Well, can you?
You answer that one.
All right.
Why don't you sign it Mrs. Oliver Mortimer?
You gave me 3 weeks, Oliver. This doesn't count.
Is it that difficult a decision?
Yes, as a matter of fact, it is. There is my career to think about, you know.
Folly bergère.
I am serious, Oliver. I do have a career. I intend to continue having a career. When I can believe that you take mine as seriously as you do your own, then perhaps.
I know it's important to you, and I wouldn't stand in your way.
Yes, well, it's very easy to say that now.
I mean it.
Do you really know what that means?
I think so.
Oliver, my first husband was killed 3 weeks after we were married. My fiancé was killed 3 weeks before we married. I'm a jinx.
Yes, well, I'm not superstitious. I think we can make it third time lucky. Well?
I'll give you my answer in 3 weeks.
You're not proud, I hope, Mr. Rep Smith, because I never was.
Charles is really rather good, isn't he, Douglas?
Yes, he's rather good. He'll be bloody brilliant when I've finished with him.
It's nonsense.
Come in.
Lydia?
David. Oh, thank you. Much.
In costume already?
Yes. First night nerves, I'm afraid. How do I look?
You look wonderful.
Thank you. I expect no less from my agent. Have the family arrived yet?
They're going to be a bit late. Douglas has a major set to finish by tomorrow morning.
Oh, God.
That's films, Lydia. One never knows.
Well, as long as they're here for curtain up.
Of course they're going to be here for curtain up. Now, don't you worry.
Half an hour, please, Miss Wheatley.
Thank you.
Good luck.
Cue the fog. Cue the rain.
People! I found out that you must either scrunch them or let them scrunch you. You, Bella, my love, go in for money. Money is the article. With your good looks, you'll make money, and you'll live and die.
Cut the effects. Cut the effects! No, I think I prefer the rain alone, actually.
Last, the man, he's tried everything except a hurricane.
Right, Father, we'll make the curtain call.
Well, we had better.
Mother will understand.
God, what an uncivilized way to make a living. Give me a matinee in Scunthorpe any day.
Right, can we set up for a take, please? I want to try a little lightning with a bit of thunder in the background. Quickly as possible.
Yes, Mr. Stand by. We're going again with thunder and lightning.
We in 1917.
Rum-ta-ta-tum-tum-tum.
And drove the tyrant from the scene.
Rum-ta-ta-tum-tum-tum.
We hope there'll be no other war, but we are forced into one.
The flag that we'll be fighting for is the red and white and blue one.
There's the drums roll out. Let the trumpet call, while the people shout. Strike up the band, hear the cymbals ring, calling one and all to the martial swing. Strike up the band. There is work to be done, to be done. There's a war to be won, to be won. Come on, you son of a gun, take your stand.
With a flag unfurled for a brave new world, they lead us strike up the band.
People, I found out you've either got to scrunch them or let them scrunch you. You fella, my love, go in for money. Money is the article. With your good looks, you'll make money, and you'll live and die rich. And that's the way to live and die rich.
Cut! Cut the effect. Charles, could you forget the balcony and just play to the back row of the stalls, please?
I'm sorry?
We're in the 20th century here. We have microphones. And do get rid of that dreadful cackle.
As you wish.
Once again, please. Stand by, thanks. One more time. Charles, this is Dickens at the height of his rhetorical powers. He and I have written you lines that Satan would envy. Cue the rain.
All right, Father. Yes, fine. My apologies, Miss Campbell, for keeping you out in the rain.
That's perfectly all right, Charles. We English roses need watering from time to time.
Mark it.
Slate 86, take 12.
Action!
People, I found out you must either scrunch them or let them scrunch you. You fella go in for money, me love. Money is the article. With your good looks, you'll make money, and you'll live and die. You'll... Sorry, I tried.
I said take it down, not cut it out completely.
I'm sorry, I tried.
Charles, the lads on the lighting rig are having a nap. Kindly don't wake them up. Would you like to see a script?
No, thank you.
Once again. Cue the red.
Roll camera. Roll sound. Sound running. And mark it.
Oh. You're back.
At last. Oh, I'm sorry, darling. It just couldn't be helped.
Doesn't matter. How did it go? Wonderful. But I missed you.
Oh, I'm sorry.
How was your filming?
Oh, fine, fine. I'm just dog-tired, that's all. Barron was a little tense. These young geniuses do tend to fly off the handle when they can't have everything all their own way.
Well, I don't suppose you let him get under your skin.
No, good heavens above, no. We had a minor disagreement about some inflections, that's all. Well, if you really want to know, he became quite, well, very abusive to me in front of everybody. Edwin couldn't say anything. He was quite supportive in his own way. I could see how concerned he was, but of course I didn't admit just how much Barron was disturbing me. But it isn't just him, it's film. It's so cold. I really don't think, I don't think cinema is for me. Especially with these little brats who seem to run it. And I do everything he wants, and it's never right. And his insolence is just becoming too much. Lydia, I don't know what I'm going to do.
Hello. What's that then?
Empty.
1% alcohol, 100% tenants.
Oh no, the dreaded roller. Wait a minute. Dulux solid emulsion. Funny looking paint. My mistake, it's cream cheese. Goes on nice and even though, and not that splattery judging by his head. He can't be finishing already. Very good. Better check the finish. Good stuff, this cream cheese.
Dulux solid emulsion. The paints rollers have been waiting for.
Every night while you're asleep, a miraculous power is at work in the land. A power which is used for everything from printing your morning paper to baking your daily bread. A power so versatile that it can milk cows, light our cities, even sort the morning mail. And long before you wake, your electricity board is working for you, providing you with news, light, heat, and countless labor-saving devices. The power is electricity, energy for life.
What did you say your dad did? Landscape gardener. And on Saturdays, he does archery. Archery? So what does your mum do? I don't think Mum does anything. Help yourself.
You don't get thanks for everything you do,
Come back here, you two.
but you know why you buy Flora margarine.
Stains like blood, sweat, gravy, and egg. Biotex removes them. No bleach, so gentle with colors. Biotex, the specialist soaker and pre-washer.
The man is a monster. I cannot tolerate another day of being treated in this manner.
There's nothing I can do, Charles.
God knows I bullied some actors in my time, but I have never systematically humiliated anybody the way he's humiliated me.
There's nothing I can do. If you withdraw your services, we will be sued by the very company that is making the film, a film that we are supposed to distribute. Our distribution arrangement calls for delivery of a film starring Edwin and Charles Brett. Yes. You walk off and our new distribution company, no, your new distribution company collapses. Now, look, Charles, if I could get you out, I would get you out. But I'm sorry, it's contractually impossible.
Yup, very good. What's next?
Roll 15.
Douglas, is this a good moment?
Ah, where have I seen that face before? I know, on the cutting room floor. Morning, Edwin. What can I do for you?
Well, Douglas, it's just that I'm rather concerned about the way things are going with Father. I mean, is it absolutely necessary for you to be quite so hard on him?
Edwin, I probably know more about your father than you think I do. I know exactly what I'm doing. And did you know that I do not allow actors to attend my rushes? We have the next reel, please.
While filming continues on Our Mutual Friend, it appears that the romantic leads are becoming romantic off-screen. Handsome Edwin Brett and the delicious Dulcie Campbell have been seen regularly sharing candlelit suppers at the Café de Paris after a hard day before the cameras. Regularly sharing candlelit suppers. He's phoned me once since the film started, and that was to cancel our weekend at the Maplethorpes. Are you listening, Martha?
Sorry, Diana.
Martha, what exactly is going on between Edwin and this Campbell woman?
I don't know.
Has Edwin said anything to you?
No, of course not. You shouldn't believe all the rubbish you read in that paper.
Martha, won't you at least talk to Edwin? Please.
Diana, you are having an adulterous affair with my brother. I really don't want to get involved.
Thanks. Thanks a lot. I see you're still using the lighter the Prince of Wales gave you.
Diana!
To whom it may concern, that you should read this letter is proof enough of your kindness and charity. I implore you further to afford this good woman all assistance that is in your power to grant. She is a proud and honourable woman. If it is in your gift, pray succour her, for you are all that can keep her from the parish and the workhouse. Yours in friendship, Noddy Boffin.
Cut! Cut! Print that one. I can use it up to his entrance.
Predator, you're a very good girl. I want you to keep it just like that, but I've got to go again.
Charles! What is this? What? Do you have a headache? Do you require medication? When you come into this room, please just do nothing.
Pick it up again, please, from Mr. Brett's entrance.
Stand by, please. We'll go from Mr. Brett's entrance.
What's going on there, then?
You don't know the half of it. What are you doing here, anyway?
Well, I came to see Douglas about my script. It's been over a month, and the only thing I've received is 11 pages of notes from someone called Nigel Fairburn. Is he a producer?
Hello, Tom. Heard marvellous things about your script. Nigel!
Yes, sir. Hello, Tom. Nigel Fairburn, Douglas's assistant. One or two problems with your script, and I've made a few notes. What? I was hoping Emily might come out so that I could give them to her. I'll just go and get them.
Doesn't mean our Emily, surely.
What does he mean? He's got some notes on my script.
Quiet, please! And action.
If it is in your gift, pray succour her, for you are all that can keep her from the parish and the workhouse. Yours in friendship, Noddy Boffin.
Cut. Cut! Predator, you're a very good girl. Charles, I told you to do nothing. You are now very successfully acting doing nothing.
Mr. Barron! Could I have a word in private, please?
30 seconds, studio.
Charles.
Douglas, I would appreciate it if for the remainder of the filming you would address your criticisms of my performance to me personally, and not in front of the cast and crew.
I will be very happy to do that, Charles.
Thank you.
Now, will you do something for me?
What's that?
Watch your daughter. She is real, she is natural. That is called film acting. Good. Begin again, please, as quickly as possible.
I don't know what I'm doing anymore.
Is it the film? It's nearly over, isn't it?
I'm lost, Lydia. I don't know how to act anymore.
Oh, nonsense.
I mean it. Barron tells me what he wants me to do, and I do it. And then we do it again, and again, and again, till it all sounds the same and feels the same.
That's just film.
No, it isn't just film. Barron is brilliant, and that makes it worse. I just feel so inadequate. Perhaps I'm just a very ordinary actor who's never been much good.
Now you listen to me. Pig-headed you are. Obstinate you are. Outrageous sometimes you are. But you're not ordinary. You've never been ordinary.
I'm not looking for sympathy.
What you're looking for is confidence. Barron wouldn't have employed you if he wanted an ordinary actor, would he? He could have got one of those a lot cheaper. You usually do.
Oh, God, I'm serious. If this film flops, we could lose everything.
So, if it flops, it flops. It's only a film, Charlie. We've still got the princess. And thank God, after all these years, we've still got each other. All you get from worrying is a premature memorial service at the Actors' Church. Now, I nearly lost you once, and I don't want to go through that again. Well, not for a while, anyway.
I love you, Lydia.
Kept you waiting, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to attempt something radical this afternoon, but first a word with my star. Charles, a word with you, please. Could you lose yourself, please?
I've had an idea. I want to change the ending, but I do need you to make it work for me. I want Boffin to actually die here in Bella's arms. I know it's not in the novel, but it is my version of Dickens that we've been filming for the last 6 weeks. And I profoundly believe that I can make this work. It is your performance, Charles, that has made me think this.
Well, I thought...
No, never mind what you thought. Will you please just try it for me?
Of course, Douglas. For you, anything.
Good.
Douglas. Nigel.
The Golden Dustman at home. Sounds like quite a party.
Yes, come along in.
Oh, hello, Nigel. Nigel, at last. About time, too.
Brett, you look absolutely charming.
Oh, thank you. Now come through and meet everyone. How convenient.
Everybody seems very happy with our mutual friend.
Yes, it appears that you might have been nominated for an Oscar.
To what?
I've signed a 3-picture deal with Allied. I sail next week.
Yes, I heard.
Thank you, no. Charles, you really did do a magnificent job as Bottom. I never really told you that.
Well, thank you, Douglas. I'm glad I gave you what you wanted, eventually.
Oh, yes, you did. But then I always knew you could.
He will go far.
Hollywood is far enough.
To me, like I was a piece of dirt.
He's not worth getting upset about.
It's just the idea that I ain't as good as someone else because of what I do. It just ain't fair.
I know it's not.
We had a lovely time when we was out together.
Oh, Emily. He's not the only fish in the sea. Sounds like snob to me.
I'm supposed to be happy being a downstairs maid the rest of my life. Is that all I can look forward to?
What do you want to do, Emily?
I don't know. I ain't got no ambitions, really. I suppose I just want people to see me for myself. Is it too much to ask?
No, it's not.
Are you on strike, Emily? Your young man would like another gin fizz.
Storm warnings, Eddie?
What are you talking about?
Nothing. Did you invite Diana?
Good God. Excuse me, Dulcie. Darling, anything the matter?
Remember me? You didn't expect me?
No, well, frankly, no. It's a little public, isn't it?
Never mind. I haven't come to see you. I've come to meet the delicious Miss Campbell.
Diana. You're trying to make me look ridiculous?
No, but if that's all my presence here means to you.
Diana, it is part of my job. You've got to understand. I'm an actor.
You are, aren't you? And that's all you are. You're selfish, self-centered, egotistical. You don't care about people. You don't care about anything outside some movie set or film stage. Your emotions come off with your makeup, like the rest of your bloody family. Don't worry. I'll see myself out.
Trouble?
Not anymore.
I've been thinking.
No?
It does happen. And I have decided that you should marry me. On 2 conditions.
And they are?
That you take out extra life insurance.
I've already done
And you never believe a word you read in the newspapers.
it. I never do. She said yes.
At last! Oh, my darling, I'm so thrilled. It's absolutely... Come on, we must tell everybody. Come on, my darling. Ladies and gentlemen, could I have your attention for a very special announcement? As you know, this party is to celebrate the great success of our mutual friend, However, we now have something even better to celebrate. I'm happy to tell you that our daughter, the notorious Martha Brett, has finally accepted the role of Mrs. Oliver Mortimer.
And what role will you be accepting next?
Oh, something like that. Good as